Good evening and welcome to the City of Helena City Commission meeting, May 5th, 2025. The time is 6 p.m. This meeting is called to order. Madam Clerk, would you take the roll, please?
City Attorney Doctor.
Here.
City Manager Burton.
Here.
Commissioner Dean.
Here.
Commissioner Logan.
Here.
Commissioner Reed.
Here.
Commissioner Shurtleff.
Here.
Mayor Collins.
Here. Would you rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our minutes from April 16, 2025, admin meeting. April 21st, 2025, commission meeting. And April 28th, 2025, special work session were received. Commissioners, any comments? Minutes will stand as submitted. Commissioners, proposals? Report of the city attorney.
Mayor, Commissioners, I have nothing to report. Thanks.
Report of the city manager.
Mayor, Commissioners, just would like to inform you that this Thursday morning at Hometown Helena, the weekly meeting, our folks, Park and Rec, Open Lands, Fire, Police, will be presenting to the group on wildland fire mitigation efforts that the city has undertaken for several years. So this is just an FYI.
Thank you. Communications from Helena Citizens Council.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. For the record, Ben Kuiper, Chair of the HCC.
Good evening.
We're just working on our budget recommendations. You've seen us at your meetings on Wednesdays. So that budget packet will be completed and voted on May 28th at 7, right in that conference room over there. So that meeting's open to the public as well. So unless there's any questions, that's all I got today.
Thank you. Commissioners? Any questions? Thank you, Mr. Kuiper.
Thank you, Mayor.
Regular items. Consider, I thought we tabled this. Consider an increase in the mayor's salary up to $15,375 a year and an increase in commissioner's salary to $11,275 a year. Director McMahon, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. Yes, like you stated today, I'm here before you for you to consider an increase to your annual salaries. We think this is important to keep incrementally increasing the wages and salaries of our commissioner and our mayor so that we're not set back so far and we have to catch up, a large amount of money over time rather than to keep pace over time, smaller increments.
Okay. Commissioners? Comments?
Mr. Mayor, yep, just a couple comments. So one of the things that we have to evaluate in this, and we went through this last year, is kind of the process of how we get to this point. Personally, I think for this budget year, I would prefer to not move ahead with the raises given how slim our budget margins are. I think that we've made progress in making these positions more consistent with state averages, which is really important to be able to ensure people can run for the commission and serve. But I think given our budgetary situation, I'd prefer to hold off and not do the raises this year. One thing I would say though is that I would like to see us maybe starting after the budget, kicking off more of a consistent process. And I don't know if that needs to happen through a resolution or just a policy, but maybe something that outlines how we can get to the point of passing an ordinance in future years for those raises and then engaging, city clerk, HR, finance, city attorney's office, just so that we know in the process where we are from post-budget all the way up until the following May every year. So I think if we can start having that annual consideration, or I guess maybe every 2-year consideration, I think that would be a wise process to follow. I really appreciate the staff doing the work to get to this point, but personally, I just think that we should maybe hold off, given how tight our budget is this year.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any others? Go ahead, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, Director McMahon. I also support the idea of an ordinance going forward. I do think the amount that we're talking about here with the $275 per year increase is not a substantial amount of money with a huge budgetary impact. I will support, the consensus that the commission has, whether it's this year or not, but I do think it's important to note that this is for people who are considering running for city commission and public office. It is an actual calculation for them. Can they afford to do it? I think it is a barrier for a lot of people that it's a lot of work and the compensation is not significant. And I want to make sure that we are not disincentivizing people running for local office. With that, I would support an increase, but I think if it is this year due to tight budget margins, we have to take a pass and institutionalize this process going forward. I am okay with that, but I do think it's important to note that this, if we are able to say this year we don't need it, we are in a privileged place to be able to say that some people may not be. Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner. Go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, thank you. I agree with my colleagues. One of the questions that I might have is moving forward is if there's any opportunity that sort of the idea of just put it simply, a COLA or something of that effect could be codified, that we essentially didn't have to periodically come before the public and vote ourselves a raise, so to speak, that it might just be a more part of the process or policy, and it's something worth looking at, I think. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. Go ahead, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would have to agree with my colleagues as well. I don't think this is the time to do this, and I'm open to the idea of codifying it, or at least studying that. Thank you.
Okay, well, at this time, then, I will entertain a motion so we can go through the
So, Mr. Mayor,
process.
I would move to reject an increase in the mayor's salary to $15,375 per year, and an increase to the commissioner's salaries of $11,275 per year.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion? Do we have any public comments on this matter? Madam Clerk, do we have any online?
Mr. Mayor, I have no public comment online.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Shertliff,
Aye.
Commissioner Dean,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
Commissioner Logan,
Aye.
Mayor Collins.
Aye.
The motion to reject the resolution as written carries 5-0.
Thank you. Consider a resolution relating to $4,271,000 Water System Revenue Bond, DNRC Drinking Water State Revolving Loan Program, Taxable Series 2025, authorizing issuance and fixing the terms and condition thereof. Director Danielson.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Tonight I have before you a resolution to allow the purpose of fixing the rate and proceeding with the issuance of a water revenue bond. This bond is through the Department of Natural Resources and the Drinking Water State Revolving Loan Program. These types of programs through the state make it possible for municipalities throughout Montana to take on these large projects and to afford the debt service payments. This is a 20-year, 2.5% taxable series bond. We will begin paying on it in January 1, 2026, and the ending date will be July 1, 2045. The commission already passed a resolution. It was a reimbursement resolution for this particular project, the Crosstown Connector Project, in October of 2022 with Resolution 20779. And if you have any questions about the particular project itself, Director Leland is in the room and he can speak more about the Crosstown Connector Project. We do have some existing loans in the water system, which are included in your packet. We do have one Series 2005 drinking water loan that our last payment is July 1st, 2025. So that's kind of nice that we're sunsetting that loan before taking on payments of this new loan. And with that, I'm open to any questions you might have about this bond.
Thank you, Director Danielson. Commissioners, do we have any public comments on this? Madam Clerk, any online?
Mr. Mayor, I have no public comment online.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor,
Go ahead, Commissioner.
I will move to approve a resolution relating to $4,271,000 water system revenue bond, DNRC Drinking Water State Revolving Loan Program, taxable Series 2025, authorizing the issuance and fixing the terms and conditions thereof.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion? Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Shertliff,
Aye.
Commissioner Dean,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
Commissioner Logan,
Aye.
Mayor Collins.
Aye.
The motion carries 5-0.
Consider a resolution, thank you. Oh, you're still on, sorry. Consider a resolution relating to 1.5 million wastewater system revenue bond, DNRC Water Pollution Control State Revolving Loan Program, consisting of $496,500 subordinate lien taxable Series 2025A and $1,033,000 taxable Series 202 2025B bond, authorizing the issuance and fixing the terms and conditions thereof. Dr. Danielson, welcome.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. So this is another revenue bond with our wastewater system. The particular project is the scum pump out at the wastewater treatment plant. And if you'd like some more detail on that particular project, Director Leland can expand on that. This is another very low interest rate bond through the DNRC, through their Pollution Control State Revolving Fund, allowing us to take on a project of this size at a reasonable cost to the city. This is two different bonds. It's a Series A and a Series B. The Series A is $496,500, and that has a potential for loan forgiveness. The bond can be forgiven. The city will then, it first has to deliver a satisfactory compliance statement to the DNRC, and then once the DNRC evaluates that and then issues a determination, then the loan has a potential for forgiveness. And during that time of the time that we actually draw the funds to the time that they issue a determination, it has a 0% interest on it, which is kind of nice. And then the Part B is the $1,033,000, which is a regular revenue 20-year bond for 2.5% interest. So some very favorable financing terms for this particular bond, and it starts payment on January 1, 2026, and the last payment will be on July 1, 2045. And if you have any questions, I'm open to them.
Thank you, Director Danielson. Commissioners, are there any public comments on this topic? Madam Clerk, any online?
Mr. Mayor, I have no public comment online.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead, Commissioner.
Thank you. I move to approve a resolution relating to $1,529,500 wastewater system revenue bond, DNRC Waste DNRC Water Pollution Control State Revolving Loan Program, consisting of a $496,500 subordinate lien taxable Series 2025A bond and a $1,033,000 taxable Series 2025B bond, authorizing the issuance and fixing the terms and conditions thereof.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Shertliff,
Aye.
Commissioner Dean,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
Commissioner Logan,
Aye.
Mayor Collins.
Aye.
The motion carries 5-0.
Community Facilities, consider approval of change order number 1 for City Shop Roof Replacement Project. Community Facilities Director Sampson, you have the floor.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners. For the city shop roof replacement project, when we started construction, the contractor had determined that the bottom of the roof, when they applied the mechanical fasteners to attach the roof, it was blowing out the concrete below. So they're recommending that we had use an adhesive to attach the roofing system instead of mechanical fasteners. Our architect has reviewed that proposal and their pricing and found it to be reasonable and consistent with cost estimating guides. The cost of the change order number 1 is $38,060. This would increase our contract amount from $281,750 to $319,810. So please consider the approval of change order number 1.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Comments, please.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. So just a quick question. So since this is outside the 10% contingency, is that contingency amount helping cover this, or do we have to appropriate the additional 30,000 or 38,000?
Mr. Mayor, Commissioner Dean, so the 10% is $28,100. So I guess it would be the difference, but it leaves me with no contingency.
Got it.
So I was hoping, we have a bank loan that's going to cover this project, and if I could maintain some contingency, I think that would be beneficial until we complete the project.
Okay, I think that makes sense. I was just curious how that worked when we were outside the contingency, but we still obviously need the project to move forward, so that's helpful. Thanks.
Okay, yes.
Any other comments? Do we have any public comments on this matter? Madam Clerk?
Mr. Mayor, I have no public comment.
Thank you, Mr. Sampson. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor,
Go ahead, Commissioner.
I move to approve the approval of change order number 1 for $38,060.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Shertliff,
Aye.
Commissioner Dean,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
Commissioner Logan,
Aye.
Mayor Collins.
Aye.
The motion carries 5-0.
Public hearings. Consider a resolution adopting an insufficient fund fee for city divisions. Director Danielson, welcome back.
Thank you, Mayor and Commission. Tonight, I have before you the public hearing for previously discussed consideration of establishing an insufficient fund fee that's consistent across all the fee schedules in the city of Helena. This would provide a standard NSF fee across all divisions, and it will help to recoup the cost of what the city has to pay to the bank, which is $25 for an insufficient fee. It'll also cover staffing and material costs to administer the non-sufficient fund fee. We do have a clause within the resolution that allows someone to appeal the fee and to appeal it to the city manager for his consideration of waiver. With With that, I don't have anything else. We did bring this before the commission at an administrative meeting on March 19th, 2025, and the resolution of intention was heard on April 21st of 2025, and this is the public hearing to establish the fee.
Thank you, Director Danielson. Commissioners? Yes, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, Director Danielson. I just want to thank you for putting in the clause about the appeal. I appreciate that. It seems like a simple solution. So thank you.
Do we have any others? Do we have any public comments on this topic? Madam Clerk,
Mr. Mayor, I have no public comment online.
I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor,
Go ahead, Commissioner.
I move to approve a resolution establishing an insufficient funds fee for city division operations.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion? Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Commissioner Dean.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Logan.
Aye.
Mayor Collins.
Aye.
The motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. At this time, is there anyone from the public wishes to address the commission? Madam Clerk, any online?
Mr. Mayor, I see no public comment online.
This meeting is adjourned.